dear Lean Girls, and welcome back to the Lean Girl YouTube channel for another insane Lean Girl meal makeover on one of my childhood favorites. My mom makes a mean chicken lasagna, and it's generally pretty rich, it's pretty high calorie, it's pretty cheesy, and yeah, in general, pretty high calorie. But before we even get into the recipe, if you're new, welcome. So happy to have you here on the channel. In an elevator pitch, my name is Angie, on a mission to help South African women eat delicious food all the way to your goals. Back to our lasagna. It is a good old, it's like a good old South African girl's favorite, right? A delicious, creamy lasagna that's baked in the oven with cheese and mushrooms and goodness. And so I want you to be able to eat lasagna without feeling guilty. Hence why your girl went to work in the kitchen to cook you up a Lean Girl high protein lasagna. And dare I say, this has probably got to be one of my favorite recipes that I have made to date. Guys, it is so tasty. I've already been like having a few mouthfuls before, and as I was like serving it up, it is so tasty. Honestly, like it feels like a cheat. It feels like I'm cheating, and we're not. And there's like something crazy, like 50 grams of protein in this giant piece of pasta, because also I'm like, don't be like, you can have this much. Don't even bother. Don't even give it to me. I need a big Lean Girl, hungry girl portion, and that is what you're going to get. So I'm gonna put the calories and macros up on screen after I show you how to make it. It's a few more steps because we've obviously got to cook the chicken, we've got to make the sauce, but if I tell you that it is so damn worth it, you just got to make it once and you're gonna know what I'm talking about. And this makes 4 servings, which means you can make this as the most insane meal prep and have it 4 nights a week, or at night. If you're like me, I have to share it with my husband, which means I only get it twice. Very sad. Or I guess you could make it bigger if you wanted to. Now, before we get into the recipe, this is going to be a special one because I am on a mission to keep you motivated through winter. So with that in mind, I really want you to make this dish. I really want to. I know that we save so many recipes, we're like, cool, I'm gonna make it, and we never get around to it, right? And maybe we'll grab like the Woolies lasagna, and you know, maybe we're not 100% on track with our calories. I really want you to try out this recipe. It is so good, and I know that you are going to love it. So here's the deal. I want you to make this Lean Girl high protein lasagna. I want you to take a gorgeous picture of your Lean Girl lasagna, and I want you to tag me on Instagram. Over the next week, I'm going to be collecting all of the photos of your gorgeous lasagna. So presentation is key. I know that the flavor will be there, so that's on me. Presentation is up to you. So you can put your own little pizzazz on it. Tag me on Instagram using the hashtag Lean Girl Protein Lasagna, tag at the Lean Girl, and the person who makes the most gorgeous looking Lean Girl lasagna is going to firstly be featured on the front cover of the Lean Girl Kitchen Coach, which is freaking amazing because all your other Lean Girls are going to be like, wow, look what you did. And then you will also get lifetime access to the Lean Girl Kitchen Coach for you and 2 friends. So if you want to increase your chances, send it to your friends so that they can also give it a shot to try the recipe, take a gorgeous photo, and tag your girl, because then, I mean, there'll be a reciprocation. Even if your friends win, you'll still get access. So 3 of you will get access to my Recipe Hub, which is the ultimate Recipe Hub meal planning tool for fat loss. So there's a little extra motivation if creamy, delicious protein lasagna was not enough. Let's get into the recipe, and then we will come back here for a good old Lean Girl taste test. So we are going to start off by cooking our chicken breasts. I have 400 grams of chicken breasts here. It's about 4 medium breasts. And you just want to go ahead and grill these on a non-stick pan. I am using my Funky Oma black garlic salt, which I pretty much throw on anything. So I just grilled these up and then set them aside. Then we want to cook up some yummy mushrooms and onion, and again, just brown them, season them, and then they are going to be good to go. Now we are going to go ahead and make our beautiful egg lasagna sheets. You just want to pop these into a big pot and pour over some boiling water as well as a bit of salt. And this way we're going to cook up and soften our lasagna before it even goes in the oven. Now we are starting with our Lean Girl cheesy white sauce, which is the hero of this dish. So I'm using fat-free milk here. You are just going to add a little bit of maizena, and then you're going to add a dash of milk and create a little paste. Then while your milk is on the stove, you want it to be simmering gently. So you do want to bring it up to a heat before you add the maizena mix. And then while you're adding the maizena mix, you do want to keep stirring. So this will prevent us from getting any lumps and bumps. So you want to get yourself a little whisk and you'll see that it will thicken pretty quickly. So once your sauce has started to thicken, you are now going to add a cup of light soup. I'm using the chicken and mushroom variation. This is the carb smart one, so the calories are really nice and low. And this just adds so much flavor to a white sauce. And by the way, you can use this white sauce recipe for any other dish where you'd use a bechamel sauce, and it is just fab. And then your girl added a little bit of garlic and then a sprinkling of oregano. Then just to make this a little bit more decadent, I added 20 grams of cheese here into the sauce, which you just want to let melt. And then our sauce is going to be done, ready for one more ingredient to just make it a little bit more creamy. You guessed it, she's going in with some smooth cottage cheese, and this adds even more protein to an already high protein dish, and it makes this sauce so freaking creamy and good. So this is again off the heat to mix it in. Everything will still be pretty hot, so you'll see it'll blend quite easily. Now I have shredded up my chicken using 2 forks. There's a really cool hack where you can use a blender that I've seen online, like a hand beater which shreds chicken, but I unfortunately don't have one. So check out that hack. Actually, a friend of mine invented it. So I'll put up a little clip on screen. And then add your chicken, add your mushrooms and onions, and then you just want to coat this all so beautifully in your thick, creamy, cheesy sauce. Right, so it is time to assemble. Grab yourself a medium-sized baking dish, spray it with some non-stick spray as always, and then we are going to start the layering process. So grab a couple of sheets of your lasagna. My pan made me fit 2 in the bottom here, so that worked quite well. I actually forgot to remind you to add a drop of oil to your lasagna while it's cooking. We won't need to add those calories, but it's just to pop into the water so that your lasagna sheets don't stick like mine did. So don't worry too much if they do. As you can see, no one's going to know once we have all the layers together, but obviously it will make your life a little easier if you don't have to completely tear them apart. So do your best to make a nice layer with your lasagna sheets here. And then we are going to add a layer of our chicken, mushroom, onion mix, and then we are going to repeat the process. So the final layer that you want is going to be your chicken and mushroom mix on the top, so that we have all those little golden pieces crisp up once we pop it into the oven. And then for the cheese, we are going to make this one a little bit more interesting, and I'm using some fat-free feta cheese here from Woolworths. I love this. It still has all of that creamy feta flavor, and it's also a pretty strong tasting cheese. So you're gonna get some nice melty pieces on top as well. And then to end it off, we are gonna go in with 30 grams of good old mature mature cheddar. So you guys know I prefer mature cheddar to the reduced fat cheeses. I just find you actually need much less, and a little bit goes a long way. Then you are going to pop this into the oven on 180 degrees for around 25 minutes. And then just to end it off, you can turn the grill up and you can just grill it for an extra 5 minutes if you really want to get the top nice and golden and crunchy. And this makes 4 huge portions for just under or just over 400 calories. I will put all the details of the macros on screen. And let me tell you, Galan and I enjoyed this over 2 days, and we were so sad when it was finished. This dish is a couple of more steps than our regular lean girl dishes because you have to make a sauce, you have to make your chicken breasts, but let me tell you, it was even more than worth it. This is so good and the perfect winter comforting dish. And did you see the protein? It is pretty insane. And by the way, when you heat up the pieces the next day, I pop mine into the air fryer and the top goes beautifully and crunchy again, just like it was out of the oven. So there we go. Enjoy. Right, we are back for my favorite part, and I'm gonna pretend like I haven't tasted this already and it hasn't already rocked my world. Guys, I am so happy how this turned out. It is so tasty, it is so creamy, and to be honest, when I was working out the macros, I was like, have I made an error? Because the macros are insane. Okay, I'm gonna take a little lady bite here. Goodness me. The flavors are so tasty. All the little things just come together in the most perfect way. Like the mushrooms, the onions, the garlic flavor, even that cup of soup, it adds a lot of flavor. So if you can get your hands on it, please do. There's just enough pasta to chicken ratio as well, because if you have too much pasta, it also it's not bad. So it's got like the perfect ratio. And let me tell you, that little bit of feta, which I know is not traditional on a chicken lasagna, makes it just a little bit more special. I am so excited for you to try this. Under 400 calories. Hello. For 50 grams of protein as well. The most perfect one to make for a midweek meal prep. And don't forget, we have our little lean girl lasagna competition. So make your lasagna, make your lasagna, take a photo, a beautiful photo. A little tip is you want to do it during the day because natural lighting is always your friend, okay? Then take a beautiful photo of your lean girl lasagna, tag me at the lean girl and include the hashtag lean girl protein lasagna. And then you could win yourself free access for you and 2 friends to the Lean Girl Kitchen Coach forever and ever and ever, which means you'll get access to all of my Lean Girl recipes, and you are going to be featured on the Lean Girl Kitchen Coach homepage. I mean, is there anything more to say? Besides, I hope that you love the lasagna. I hope that it brings you lots of joy. I hope that it's like a little warm lasagna hug between 2 pieces of pasta. Delicious. I love you all very much. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you back here next week on the Lean Girl YouTube channel. Thanks for always watching. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for being a subscriber and for liking and commenting. It honestly is what I live for. So thank you. I feel like I can't wait until dinner. But then my piece is going to be smaller if I eat more of it now.